Hey guys, I hope this mic is working. Probably won't be a super long stream today, but I'm going to show you what I'm thinking about. So with that said, let's get to it. Oops, hold on guys. So sorry about taking last week off. Really just wanted a break. It's so crazy out here. As you guys know, well, let me get the disclaimers out of the way. Hold on a sec. Boom. Not that you'd want to take financial advice from me, but I don't give it regardless. Documenting my journey and our journey as we go through this blockchain world. It's less of a crypto world and more of a blockchain world these days. But let me give you a little bit background if you're just like tuning in for the first time. My name's Potter, and I've worked as a tech person from a dev working for AOL Time Warner to a sysadmin also with Time Warner, and on to cybersecurity, where I've worked for some very big consulting firms, the big four, where I've been able to understand this technology of blockchain a lot better than the average person. So I've been able to put assets in places that are still generating passive revenue for me. During the horrible crypto winter, it hasn't been as lucrative, but I'm still not dead yet. One second. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys, give you a little bit of a view into some of the stuff I'm looking at. One of the things that we decided to start talking about was GameFi, because that seems to be inflation agnostic. People still want to game. And so we've been looking into that. A couple of the plays since I talked to you last week have, changed. Piston, which was pegged to about $2, is now like 87. It's still, the LMS is still running. And the Splassive GameFi network is still taking off, but the LMS that used to support Splassive is no longer working as it was supposed to. Come on. It's really hot in the sweater, so. Okay, there we go. So I said I was going to show you something, so let me show it. So here's kind of where I am right now. These are the plays that I'm in. Not any specific amounts, but I thought you should take a look at it. I'm not suggesting you get into any of these, but as you can see, I'm not horrible with the things that I look at. I use a technical analysis, but it's through a cybersecurity lens, not a financial planning lens. One of the challenges that I've always had in my life, I was discussing this with my mama yesterday, is, and the friend who got me into this, Scott, we're always like 10 years ahead. When I got into PCs, it wasn't ready yet. When I got into the internet, it wasn't ready yet. When I got into cybersecurity, it wasn't ready yet. And it looks like I'm early again to the blockchain. Uh-oh, got a message, hold on. Hey Mitchell, how's it going? Hey, you never checked in for your drip. So, what I'm looking at this week, this is probably going to be a short video, because it looks like for me, the thing that has been really showing solid growth without any panic, without announcements, is things that are on the FTM blockchain. I'd started coding in Web3, but I didn't finish because I had a tragic event in my life. But it looks like a lot of people are really warming up to FTM, and it's gone up, as you can see, a dramatic amount. It's been as high as $3, but I don't look at things for trading. I look at the ecosystem. Just like when I was looking at PCs, I didn't look at Mac. I didn't look at Radio Shack back then. I didn't look at IBM. I just knew the technology. And when it came to cybersecurity, initially it was about policies and standards, and it moved to risk management. From blockchain, it looks like it moved from crypto to these different plays that no one understood the algorithms, and it just seemed to generate this revenue. It had basic principles, but it was all built on Ponzi-nomics. The one thing that all of this has enlightened me to is how Ponzi a lot of things are. Whether it's the police, unions, pension, whether it's teachers, whether it's Social Security, or all of these things depend on new people coming in. And once new people don't come in, it starts to fall apart. What we're starting to see in the healthier systems is they have something to offer. They have something that somebody wants. And that is generally, when it comes to the theory of disruption, how things work. You're giving somebody something that they want. And so a lot of these LMS systems initially came out, and everybody was like, yeah, we want more of those. But the more we saw people going from here to here, we started to realize that it wasn't the same. Introduce the one thing that Bitcoin doesn't do. There is no inflation in Bitcoin. It's a set asset. But then you have other systems that once they get too low, they do start to print and they generate more money. I don't recall getting your email. So if you want, just send me a DM at on Twitter at Ghost Hunter Gal, and I will take care of that. I was hoping for some more downtime to accumulate, but now I'm not sure we'll go back down. If you have a plan and it's based on, this is my opinion, remember, not financial advice. If you have a plan, I suggest you stick with it. Now, on tomorrow's show, I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about the way that I'm looking at Drip, the Drip network, and what I'm doing there. I wish I had followed the advice I'd given myself back several months ago with when I saw the movement, but I goofed by worrying about hopium versus fact, right? What the data said was I should make this one play, and I wasn't. But I'm not going to talk about that today. That's why I said this is probably going to be a very short video. But yeah, I agree with you, Mitchell. It's hard to know, when is enough, but you have to go with your gut. But you always have to do the due diligence. Some people say do your own research. I think it's more than that. I think it's do or perform due diligence. For example, if you take a look at the second one there, called Fleabro, that looked like they were the biggest joke on the planet. But the developers kept not quitting. And so because I kept building, Mitchell, I was able to develop something that it would take me a long time to get what I have now, because I've been doing it for months of, just craziness, but I decided to stick it out. The same thing with PaintSwap. They had a fundamental understanding of the way NFTs worked, and they helped to facilitate the whole GameFi infrastructure. For me, I felt like that was not a crazy bet. It was a solid understanding of, hey, if this thing's going to fall apart, these guys are going to be part of the carnage. But if my research, my due diligence is correct, these guys are like a hidden gem. Now, I stayed with them, I got out of it, and then I got back in when the price just went so low. I was like, there's no way I'm not buying it when it's less than half a cent when I had it when it was like at 26 cents, and it was compounding and building. But it's not building on an LMS system. It's building on the typical way that crypto is meant to be. It's more of an exchange. The owners of this platform also made a shift as devs to say, you know what, we had our own exchange. Let's get rid of the exchange and let's go back to what we do well, which was managing NFTs. FTM, Andre Cronje, I hope I said his name right, he left and it was like, oh no, but he came back. And one of the things that he showed is we're not doing announcements. We're not doing any forecasting. Here's what we have. We have enough money to last us 30 years. They've been there since 2018, and they've been working hard to build a developer-based network. Tune was on there. Tune was the first successful seniorage project. So these are all things that, have a solid backing and have an understanding. These are things I can get to. But as a person who's living off crypto and doesn't have, a salary coming in that can just say, yeah, I'll play with that, it's a little bit more challenging. And I don't know, Mitchell, if that's where you were coming from, but it is a little different when you have to look at it as, okay, how do I make this economy? Another, I think a person who's coming up is AVAX. They haven't quit. One of their main tokens is Joe. Joe is a network that offers a lot of stuff, but they also didn't quit. All of these things are with where I want to be and allow for the revenue stream that I'm thinking of. By leaving my job, I really found out I don't need a lot to live on, right? There was a lot of stuff. There's trips to work, there's lunch, there's going out, there's travel. These are all expenses that, you don't know that you're spending when you have a salary coming in. And so now that I'm ready to live the life of a nomad, give me a secure place to keep my computer, and I think I'm good. I can look at life differently. So I'm having to pivot, but at the current time, I'm still building. I think I have another 30 days or another 45 days of building before I start saying, okay, I need to start, not living off the next nest egg that I've developed, but, putting more back in. So if I talk more, guys, I'm really going to be, saying things that are, I don't have any specifics to point to you. I wanted to give you an update on Piston. I wanted to tell you about the Splasted network. There is no news on any of the drip the drip ecosystem or the animal farm ecosystem. There's no news with any of the games coming out on that. So it's kind of a short broadcast. But it's really important, Mitchell, that, you follow what you were saying. You have to stick with, what you think got you here. If it is showing signs that it's not dying, it's, got a life. That's what I suggest, because in the end, I've made a lot of gambles in my life, but they were all career jumps that led to something going up. Go to where the puck is going. So if you got here, you're situated in a place where you can see that your returns are starting to show potential. It might be a good idea not to jump quick. I feel like getting it at the minute, it might be FOMO because of what's happening in the world. Don't feel things should be going up so quick. Analysis is how you see it. It's everyone's perception. But Mitchell, I kind of think we're seeing all the things that in the US that the Fed wanted to see. You're starting to see mass layoffs. You're not seeing grocery prices go down, but you are seeing inflation go down. but he said he's not going to stop until inflation the rate is. So I think we had really good economic numbers this week. So the chart that I'm showing you, that there might be a huge spike, but if you're DCAing or dollars cost averaging in, you shouldn't be taking any super risk there. So I think that even that's a fair play. But again, it's perception. I can't give advice, but I can tell you it's a lot more serious for me now. But it's serious, but I'm not looking for a full-time job, to go back and work for somebody. So the structure that I've put in, the disciplines that I've applied to myself are working. And, a little bit of fortune, which is bathed in tragedy. Hey, Cole, I was about to cut out. I explained sorry for not being here last week, but I just wanted a week off. Yep, you heard the exit music because kind of gone over everything. I said it was going to be a short video today because what I've already talked about. And so, but I will be on tomorrow, and I do have more strategies that I'm planning on implementing for that because I'm just seeing things, and I'll explain this tomorrow. Mitchell saying hi to Cole. Cole saying morning, Mitchell. Oh, good partner. Nice to pop in for a minute to say hello. Hey, I'm glad you're here. And sorry about last week. I just wanted a week off, But I'm thinking about dropping more shorts. Not like a typical short, but shorter videos. I'm not going to do the hashtag shorts thing. I don't get that. So I'm thinking about doing that because I had a lot of ideas that I'd just like to share and get out there, but I don't know if you guys would be into that. Okay, Mitchell, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, almost 100 subs. I haven't looked. I didn't look last week, but thanks to all the guys. As I always say on the show, you don't have to subscribe, or follow. I believe that we provide really good information here that allows you to think. I think that there's technical analysis. If you have questions, we do ask that you leave those in the comments. But other than that, I'm going to say until tomorrow. I did not say that with a good accent. All right. Take it easy, guys. Game on.